بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Hello everyone and welcome to our video series Teach Arduino at Rabii Hajoui YouTube channel. You know, the boy up here is my son and he loves to play with my toolbox. That's why I built an alarm system, and when my boy Muhammad Ryan is going to open the toolbox, an alarm will go on. So let's try this alarm system now. So let's suppose that my son is going to open the toolbox. You are going to see that the alarm will go on, up, and he's going to be forced to close it. So when he's going to close it, the alarm will switch off. For example, he goes and he returns to my toolbox, trying to play with it, opening it, the alarm will go on, and he's forced to close it. That's why I titled this video Arduino alarm system. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our Rabii Hajoui YouTube channel. For this project, we need Arduino Uno board, a USB cable, a breadboard. We need LDR, or what we call light dependent resistor, or photoresistor. We need also a 10 kilo ohm resistor, and we use this resistor with the photoresistor. We need, of course, jumper wires to connect our circuits, and the new elements that we use for the first time are active piezo buzzer. This is the buzzer that's puts on the sound of the alarm. We need a 9-volt battery and, of course, 9-volt battery clip to DC plug-in. These are the elements that we're going to need for this project. Now let's connect our circuits. So this is our Arduino Uno board, and this is our breadboard. The first thing that we are going to do is to connect the buzzer. That's why we're going to use these jumper wires and our buzzer, as you can see here. So the long leg on the buzzer is the plus. So we're going to connect the plus to the white jumper wire and the other to the ground. The black, we're going to connect it to the ground, as you can see here on Arduino breadboard. We're going to connect it in the ground, and we're going to connect the white, the plus, to pin number 13. So the white to pin number 13 and the black to the ground. Let's go now to our LDR, we are going to connect it this way. We are going to put it on this line here. As you can see, the first leg, we are going to connect the first leg to the 5 volts. That's why we are going to take the 5 volts on Arduino Uno board and connect it with the red line, which is the 5 volts, the plus. So let's do it right now. Check that it's in its place, and we are going to connect it in this place. We are going to do the same with the ground. This is our ground, next 5 volts, and we are going to connect it on the blue line in the breadboard this way. As we said, the first leg of the LDR resistor, we are going to connect it to 5 volts here, the red line. Okay. And we're going to connect our 10K resistor directly to the blue line here, to the ground, and between the leg of the LDR and the resistor, we're going to connect this yellow jumper wire to analog pins. We can choose from A0 to A5. Let's choose A1. So this is our circuit here. What is missing here? We are going now to connect our circuit to our laptop in order to program Arduino Uno board to become an alarm system. We're going to do so by plugging this to our laptop. Now, after building our circuits, we are going to program it using Arduino IDE. We are going to click on the desktop on this icon, double click, and here is our Arduino IDE. The first part, we are going to define our variables before the void setup, as you can see here. Our first variable, we type integer, a number or a real number, int. Our first variable is the buzzer. As you can see here, this is our buzzer. The buzzer is connected to pin number 13. We are going to put buzz pin equals what? Equals pin number 13. Okay. And don't forget the semicolon. The second variable, the type integer, is our LDR. And as you can see here, our LDR is connected to A1, to analog pin, to A1. Let's call it light pin, light pin equals what? Equals A1. A1. Don't forget the semicolon. Now let's go to our void setup. In the void setup, we define our elements if they are inputs or output. Let's begin with the buzzer. The buzzer will make a sound and is connected to pin number 13. It's an output because here Arduino gives it 5 volt or 0 volt from pin number 13. Let's do it with the pin mode. Pin mode. Here is the happy color, and we are going to put the buzz pin, comma, what? It's an outputs, capital letters, outputs, open the brace, and semicolon. The second element of our circuit is the LDR, or the light sensor. We are going to put pin mode, okay, and we are going to put the first element, Control C, it's light pin, comma, and output. Yes, and don't forget the semicolon. What are we going to do now? We're going to read the value of light transmitted to analog pin number A1. And put this variable in another variable. Put this value in another variable. So that's why we are going to define another variable, and we're going to call it light value, semicolon. We need also to establish a connection between our laptop and our Arduino Uno board. In order to do so, we use the serial.begin. Serial.begin, and we are going to define the speed of the connection to 9600, semicolon. Now the first thing that we need to do is to read the light value. In order to do so, first we need to put the light value in the variable that we defined as light val here. So we're going to put light val equals analog read, because we are going to read this value from analog A1. What is A1? Is our value light pin, our variable light pin, and semicolon. Now we need to print this value in our serial monitor. In order to do so, we are going to put serial.println. Print what? We are going to print the light value, semicolon. Now we are going to check or verify our code. Let's save it in our desktop, and we are going to call it alarm system. Alarm system. Okay, save. Now let's see. Yes, okay. Our code doesn't have any error, so we are ready to upload it to our Arduino Uno board. We click upload, and you can see the transmission. It means that our code is going to our Arduino Uno board. It seems nothing happened. Why? Because we tell only Arduino to print the light value. In order to do so, you should click this icon here, serial monitor, and you can see now the light value. Okay, I think we have a problem here. Yes, you see here we have a problem. Now we put the light pin as an output. Our light pin isn't an output, it's an input, because we read values from our sensor. Okay, you see where is the problem? It's an input. Okay, let's upload again our code and see. Yes, now let's open our serial monitor. Yes, okay, you can see now the value of light is 652, and you can see when I'm going to put my hand over it, it's only 306, and when there is light it's 650, and now it's 326. These are the values of light. Here, when I'm putting my hand on the light resistor, now no voltage goes between, because the resistance go up. And when there is light, as you can see, the resistance go down, and the light goes, and the voltage goes from this point to this, and Arduino read the value in analog pin number A1. So now let's say if the value, we are going to use the if now, if the value is less than 350, we are going to turn off the buzzer, and if it's 600, more than 300, we are going, if it's more than 400, we are going to turn on the buzzer if there is no light. Because the idea behind the alarm, I'm going to put this alarm in my toolbox, and in the toolbox, if we close the toolbox, there is no light. We expect the light value to be less than 100. And if my boy Muhammad Ryan, my son Muhammad Ryan, will open the toolbox, the light will go into the toolbox, and the value will be 600. It means more than 100. And the alarm should go on. Otherwise, in the opposite case, the alarm should go off. So that's why we are going to use the if statement. Okay, if statement. If what? If light val is, we are going to see if light val is more than 100. Okay, in this case my son will open the toolbox, in this way, we are going to open the curly braces. In this case, we are going to do what? We are going to use digital write. The first element is our buzz pin, number 13. We are going to put it as high. Okay, semicolon. In the other case, now else, use else statements, open the curly brace. In the other case, we are going to put it low, Control C and Control V. We are going to put it low here. But just to illustrate, you can see with my hand there is the value is less than 350, and when there is light the value is 600. Here I'm going to use, instead of 100, I'm going to use 350. And let's upload our code. You can see the alarm system goes on. Why? Because as you can see, the value of light is 640. I'm going to put my hand, let's more than 300. Okay, you know what's the problem? Because I put high, I'm going to switch it off. You know the problem here? I made a mistake here. I need to put the else case as low. Okay, I'm going to upload it again, and I'm going to switch the ground. Upload. Now it's done. Let's read the serial monitor. It's 600. The value is 642. I'm going to put my hand. You see the value is now 301. It's less than 350. It means that we are now in this line. Okay, now let's read our serial monitor again. When I'm going to take off my hand, you can see the value is 594, and we are in this line because 950 is more, 650 is more than 350. So on, off, on, off, on, off. Okay, now as you can see, I'm going, because light in my toolbox is, when I'm going to close my toolbox, the light is going to be less than 100, the value of light. And when my son will open the toolbox, the value will be more than 100, so the alarm will go on with high, else it means there is no light, the toolbox is closed, so the buzzer is low. Now, after programming our circuit using Arduino IDE, we are going to put it inside this toolbox. That's the toolbox that my son loves to play with. And I have important things in it. That's why I've built this Arduino alarm. Before this, USB cable was the power source of our Arduino Uno. Now you know that I can't put my laptop into this toolbox. That's why I'm going to use another power source, which is a 9-volt battery. I'm going to unplug the USB, okay, and I'm going to use the 9-volt battery like this,
I'm going to link it to the 9-volt connector, and I'm going to plug the DC plug-in to 9-volt input in Arduino Uno, like this. You see the alarm go on because the light value is more than 100. I'm going to put it inside, and you can see that now the light value is less than 100, so the alarm is off. Now, when my son is going to open the toolbox, the alarm will go on. Why? Because the light value is going to be more than 100. Let's try. Okay, you see, close, open, close, open, close. Thank you for your attention.
Please, if you like this video, subscribe, like, and share Rabii Hajoui YouTube channel.